What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Sunday, June 18th, 2023. Appreciate everybody being here. Don't forget tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, YouTube Live. Click that join button. Get in the community. Get all your recruiting info right here in YouTube. But you got to be a member of that community just for our channel. So join up, and we appreciate you. Hit subscribe. Also, would greatly appreciate that as a personal favor to me. But we appreciate everybody joining in, and we're going to hop right into it. Got a lot to talk about today. We're talking Elite 11. You know what that is. QBs. We're bringing the QBs in. We're going to break down some of the bigger names, and then we'll get into how our guy Air Noland fared, and maybe we'll even talk about a guy from the team up north. But all right, let's jump into it. So quick overview of the Elite 11. Some people like a little background on exactly what it is. So you've got 20 of the top quarterbacks in the country coming together in Los Angeles over the weekend. Well, during the week, actually. It was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So most of them are ranked in the top 30, generally speaking. But rankings aren't the only thing that are involved here. Majority of the evaluation comes from film, how the player produced during their junior season, which was 2022, their traits, and camp performance is about 25% of their factor on. And this is for like day one type stuff. So day two, to me, is the most interesting of the three. I mean, day three is 7-on-7, so that's good too. But day two is interesting to me because the quarterbacks each get 20 consecutive throws. The point is to find out which of them has the best arm, and they're judged on accuracy, touch, pace, and endurance as they work their way down the field. So they're going, all the way down the field, and they have to do so, score a touchdown in 8 minutes. Okay. The best possible score is a 50. To compare, CJ Stroud scored a perfect 50 in 2019 when he was the MVP. Kyle McCord in 2020 scored a 45. That's legit. And so let's run through some of these scores from day two of this pro day scenario that they draw up. So Julian Sayin was the MVP of the whole shooting match. He scored a 49 on the pro day scenario. That's huge. That's almost perfect, obviously. So he's a good one. Obviously a 5-star, number 2 quarterback, all that. So that guy you might have heard of, Dylan Ravioli. He scored a 44, number 1 ranked quarterback. Perfect prospect, right? Perfect quarterback, a 5-star. So he scored a 44. CJ Carr, the Notre Dame commit from Michigan, he scored a 44 as well. He's the 4-star, number 6 quarterback overall. Well, let's dip down here and look at some other guys. Ethan Grunkenmeyer, I want to talk about him because he's from the Columbus area. He's a 3-star right now, but he's definitely going to get a ratings bump. He scored a 42, still really, really good. Georgia had another quarterback. They have 2 quarterbacks in this, Ryan Puglisi. He's a 4-star, number 11 quarterback overall. He scored a 41. But then here's our guy, Air Noland, number 5 quarterback overall, the 4-star, probably will be a 5-star eventually. He's a .9815. How that's not a 5-star again, I have no idea, but he scored a 41, so solid, good. Jadyn Davis, commitment to the team up north, number 4 quarterback overall, allegedly, knocked down to a 4-star though recently, scored a 39. So that gives you a little bit of a context on how these guys scored. So let's get into the top guys here and talk about how they fared overall in the whole 3-day camp. So Julian Sayin, what can you say? The Alabama commit, 6'1.5", 193. I wonder if that's the Bryce Young scale, because I think Bryce Young was supposed to be close to 6 foot or over 6 foot at one point. in the recruiting rankings. Anyway, 193, number 4 quarterback, won the MVP. He was the most consistent performer over all 3 days. Very clean, polished. He has one of the quickest releases in the class. The ball comes out on time, and he hits receivers in stride. Consistency, again, is his main calling card. Shows excellent rhythm between his footwork and his upper body. And some of the other quarterbacks are bigger and have more pure arm strength, but he has quick release, the confidence, and a high level of accuracy. And I'll take that all day long, right? He's been compared to Mac Jones for an Alabama past quarterback comparison, but he's more athletic, and he has a stronger arm than Bryce Young. So overall, a stronger cannon there. All right, now let's talk Dylan Ravioli. Number 1 overall prospect, number 1 QB in the class, 6'2.5", 226. He's got to put on some pounds if he's going to play left guard or left tackle, either one. Anyways, he's just a pure passer, makes everything look easy. Raiola has a lot of confidence, of course. We're well aware of that. He doesn't rush anything, but he plays quick and strong. He can throw from different arm angles, can make every throw and every kind of throw. He got stronger and stronger as the days progressed, and really showed out well in 7-on-7 on day 3, where he completed 13 of 16 for 4 touchdowns. There's zero strain when he throws the ball downfield. A lot of guys have to put their entire ass into it. His deep ball was on display in the 7-on-7 portion. He also showed strong timing and accuracy with his receivers while throwing against DBs. So keep that in mind when we talk about some of these other guys. When you introduce the DBs into the equation, things get a little murky. But let's talk Ethan Grunkenmeyer. He's from Olentangy, Lewis Center in the Columbus area. 3-star right now, Penn State commit, by the way. He was a pleasant surprise at the Elite 11 finals. Nobody has seen him really in camp settings. So he has an explosive arm. The ball just jumps out of his hands. And he easily drove the ball downfield on a line. He's also a twitchy athlete. Got to remember this. He clocked one of the quickest shuttles at the Elite 11. So he's got some shake and bake to him and some wheels. He had an up and down 7-on-7 session in day 3, but still made a number of high-level throws. He showed he could throw alongside the best quarterbacks in the class overall. So good showing for Grunkenmeyer, and he'll probably get a ratings boost soon. I did want to talk about C.J. Carr, 4-star Notre Dame commit, 6'2.5", 195, number 5 QB. He was among the most technically polished quarterbacks at the Elite 11, very comfortable in drill work and his pro day session. But he was also among the most accurate quarterbacks on hand. In 7-on-7, though, things fucking fell apart. He took 3 sacks. You can't. How do you take a sack in 7-on-7, man? That seems impossible. He also had a tendency to take some of the oomph off of his throws, some of the juice when going against DBs. Highly polished when operating within structure, but again, he has to improve when he gets into a more open live setting like a camp, like 7-on-7, stuff like that. So got CJ Carr. Oh, let's talk about Jadyn Davis, former 5-star, also former target of the Buckeyes, but current Michigan commit. Number 2 among the quarterbacks coming into the event. He's 6'1.5", 190. Again, is that on the Bryce Young sliding scale of 6 foot? Not sure. 5'10", 5'9.5". I don't know. Had some good moments in Friday's 7-on-7. He completed 11 of 15 passes, had 4 touchdowns. But he has this long mechanical issue. He has a long windup and with a little hitch in it. The coaches said it's going to be important for him to tighten up his delivery so he won't be late on throws. He has this long backstroke on his throwing motion that that can affect his release time and accuracy on passes, especially shorter passes. Obviously, if you need to get the ball out quick and you're taking your sweet ass time winding up, that's an issue. But he was at his best when he was able to had time to set up and drive the ball down the middle of the field. That's where he was most accurate, most deadly. So sounds like he's got some technical things to work on as well. So, but let's get to our guy, the man, the myth, the legend, Buckeye commit, Air Noland, number 7 quarterback, number 47 in the entire class, 6'3", 195. He came into the Elite 11 as the most productive quarterback of the group by a wide margin, not even close, because he's played a lot of high school ball. He was also among the more accurate and steady passers on day 1 and day 2. His pro day session on day 2 was one of the best from the entire group. He had a few misfires early on the 7-on-7 day on day 3, but he rebounded and finished strong. That's what you like to see. You don't want to see a guy, kind of crumble within himself. But he completed 7 straight passes to finish strong in the 7-on-7, and he showed impressive touch and feet in the drill work. He also looked comfortable, on point. Threw the ball on time, showed the ability to layer his passes. So short, medium, long, very quick release, which I love. Look crisp throwing the ball on the run as well. Keep that in mind. One of the Elite 11 coaches described him as, quote, electric. Many players in the group have questions about their game. We just mentioned a couple that have issues maybe, but Noland is a known commodity. He is a much better prospect, much better long-term play, I think, especially for the Buckeyes. So that's it. That's the list. So let me know if you disagree, or if you want to talk about somebody else, some other quarterbacks that were at the Elite 11. I just handpicked these guys because I wanted to add some context. These were the best 2. In Sayin and Raiola. I love Ray Liotta. What's he up to? I just saw him in something last night. I think it was that movie Date Night. Steve Carell. That's pretty good. Anyways, but I also wanted to point out some of our competition that we might see in Jadyn Davis, possibly CJ Carr someday if we play Notre Dame again. But anyway, really feel really good about Air Noland and his showing at the camp. Even though he didn't win MVP, still, he competed, did well, had ups and downs, but rebounded, and I'm happy with him. So don't forget, subscribe. It's a personal favor to me. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.